Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening. We are from Group 15. We presented about our financial subject AFT2073 assignment, which is FNN Holdings Sdn Bhd with Apollo Food Industries Sdn Bhd. We have 7 members for this group, which is Muhammad Raif, Muhammad Adam Iskandar, Rabiatul Adawiyah, Nur Ain Nadirah, Muhammad Hafizuddin, Muhammad Hidayat, and me, Muhammad Hakim, as the first presenter. For 1.0 introduction, financial management may be defined as the area or function in an organization which is concerned with profitability, expenses, cash and credit, so that organization may have means to carry out its objective as satisfactorily as possible. Financial management is the most important aspect that must have in the business company because it refers to the planning, organizing, directing, and controlling activities of financial, such as utilization of fund enterprise in order to undertaking in an organization. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Hidayat bin Sharum, matric number A20A1467. I want to present about nature of business, two company, Fraser and Nif Holding BHD and Apollo Holding Berhad. First is Fraser and Nif Holding Berhad. This company founded by John Fraser and David Jamer Nif in 1883. This company among the region's oldest and most established food and beverage company. This company listed Syariah Complement on Bursa Malaysia Main Board. It's the one of the largest beverage manufacturer and distributor. They produce 100 plus FNN Farm Flavor, FNN Season, FNN Nutrisoy, FNN X Mountain, and Oyoshi. Second company is Apollo Holding Berhad. Apollo Holding Berhad is a holding company at 1994. It operates in two segments, which is holding, manufacturing, marketing, and distribution. Apollo company offer products such as chocolate layer cake, chocolate waffle, product layer cake, and others. Apollo distribute their product in Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Maldives, China, Japan, Hong Kong, India, and Mauritius. Company chairman is
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Rabiatul Adawiyah binti Usri, number matric A20A1915. Today, I would like to present horizontal analysis ratio for FNN Holdings Berhad. The current ratio of FNN Holdings Berhad in 2018 to 2020 is getting better. From 2018 to 2020, it showed that the quick ratio of FNN Holdings Berhad is getting better year by year. In 2018, the net working capital was recorded at RM 800,767 and constantly rising to RM 1,020,002 in 2000. The net working capital ratio is getting better in 2020. The debt to equity of FNN Holdings Berhad show a decreased percentage, which is from 2018 until 2020. This show a good sign to the FNN's company. FNN Holdings Berhad debt ratio in 2020 is getting better than the previous year. The operating return on asset of FNN Holdings Berhad is getting worse from year 2019 to 2020, as that is 15.85% in 2019 fall to 15.63% in 2020. The gross profit margin of FNN Holdings Berhad has dropped from 30% in 2018 to 31% in 2019. However, the gross profit margin of FNN Holdings Berhad suddenly maintained at 31% in 2020. The operating profit margin getting better for the FNN company. The net profit margin of FNN Holdings Berhad is also getting better because it is showing an increasing trend from 2018 to 2020. Return on investment of FNN Holdings Berhad getting worse in 2020. The return on equity of FNN Holdings Berhad shows that the rate getting worse. The return on equity is continue to fall. The fixed asset turnover ratios of FNN Holdings Berhad show a downtrend from 0.31% in 2018 to 0.32% in 2020. So the fixed asset turnover of FNL Holdings Berhad is getting worse in 2020. There is a sharply decline in the total asset turnover of FNS Holdings Berhad from 1.23 times in 2018 to 1.13 times in 2020. The inventory turnover ratio has continued decreasing from 5.49 times in 2018 to 4.86 times in 2019 and then to 4.20 times in 2020.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ruhaya Nadira binti Abdul Rahman. My batch number is A20A1659. Today, I want to talk about vertical analysis ratio between FNN and Apollo. Next is liquidity ratios between FNN and Apollo Foods Malaysia Berhad. Firstly is the current ratio of FNN is lower than of the Apollo Food Industries because FNN is 2.42, but Apollo is 16.65 times. FNN has a lower current ratio between Apollo because indicating that the firm is less liquid and unable to pay the current liabilities. In 2022, FNN Holding Berhad has a lower liquidity ratio than Apollo Foods Berhad. Next is for leverage ratio, which is between FNN and Apollo. FNN is better than Apollo Food Industry from debt to equity to ratio. FNN has 38.52%, but Apollo has 38.84%. While debt ratio, FNN has 50.50%, but Apollo has a lower debt ratio, which is 44%. That FNN and FNN leverage ratio is higher than Apollo Foods Berhad in 2022. Next is probability ratios between FNN and Apollo. Firstly is gross profit margin. FNN has 31%, but Apollo is 26%. That was mean FNN Holding Berhad is better than Apollo Foods Berhad. For net profit margin, FNN has 10.28%, while Apollo has 8.14%. That was mean FNN is worse than Apollo because the between of two is not too far, but still in the good condition. For return on equity, FNN has got 15.24%, while Apollo 5.85%. That was mean FNN better than Apollo Berhad. So in conclusion, for profitability ratio in 2022 shows that FNN performed more better than Apollo. Last but not least, next is for activity ratio between FNN and Apollo. Firstly is a fixed asset turnover. FNN got 0.30 times while Apollo got 1.93 times. That was mean FNN is worse than Apollo in 2022. While for total asset turnover, FNN got 1.13 times while Apollo only got 0.66 times. That was mean FNN is better more than Apollo. And inventory turnover ratio, FNN got 4.20 times while Apollo got 8.44 times. That was mean Apollo is better than FNN. So in general, Apollo Food Industries in 2022 performed better in the activity ratio more than FNN, despite the fact that his asset turnover ratio declined significantly.
My name is Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Mudir Zaman. and my method number is A20A1526, and I will be presenting about horizontal analysis for Apollo Food Industries Sendirian Berhad. So first of all, we will talk about the liquidity ratio. So based on the current ratio and quick ratio of Apollo Food Industry graph, it decreased from 2018 to 2019 and increased in 2020. The pattern of the graph is equal for both ratio, so we can tell that this company is getting better. So while for the net working capital ratio, the graph are increasing from 2018 to 2019 and 2020. The net working capital keep rising from year to year, showing that the net working capital ratio are getting better. So the next part is the leverage ratio. So from the graph, for the debt to equity and debt ratio graph, there is equal graph. So we can see that from year to years, the ratio is getting better. While for the operating return on asset, the graph showing that the ratio is getting worse. The next part is the profitability ratio. There are 5 parts, which are gross profit, operating profit margin, net profit margin, return on investment, and return on common equity. All of the graph interpret that they are getting worse, but only for the gross profit that shows it is getting better. So the last one is the activity ratio. So from the graph, we can see that the fixed asset turnover is the only one ratio that is getting better, while for total asset turnover and inventory turnover is getting worse.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Raif bin Mak Fazli. My method number is A20A1554. Now I would like to present about recommendation to both company to improve their business, which is Fraser and Nif Holding Berhad, Apollo Food Holding Berhad. The question to Fraser and Nif Holding Berhad, number first is develop promotion strategy. Evaluate and decide which type of sale technique is best for customer. Number 2, implement loyalty program. Customer can learn about FN sale effort and the offer that will be made available to them. Number 3, create a new product. Create by converting and assessing products such as FN drink into ice cream with the drink flavor mixed together to form ice cream. For recommendation to Apollo Food Holding Berhad, first, sell the asset. Sell augmented asset since it provide them with cash and reduce their storage cost. Number 2, changing the offer and pricing. Update the offer pricing on a specific product that is not popular. Number 3, last, examine all business expenses. The company must investigate and target specific business expenses as well as create efficiencies that stretch its money further. That's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Muhammad Adam Iskandar bin Abdul Wahab. My number matrix is A20A1490. Okay, for the conclusion, according to the fact, Fraser and Nerf Holding Berhad perform better than Apollo Holding Berhad in the term of 14 ratio. Okay, reduce operating costs in each company based on accounting ratio. Result may improve an organization. Okay, beside that, reduce manufacturing costs can indirectly increase the number of assets such as money. Okay, organization can save money by making better use of available raw material. Furthermore, the use of natural material may help to reduce the company operating tool. Okay, that's all from my group. Thank you very much.